One animal on this list survived open space. Some animals have barely changed since before the dinosaurs walked the earth. The nautilus looks like it swam straight out of a museum display, because it basically did. It's older than dinosaurs and outlasted nearly everything that ever lived. A shark, its distant neighbor in time, has barely changed either. It navigates the ocean entirely by smell, using roughly 90 tentacles, with no centralized brain, and it's been pulling that off since before a single tree existed on land. But the next animal has been alive so long it watched entire mountain ranges rise and fall, and it's hiding in plain sight on American beaches every spring. The horseshoe crab isn't actually a crab at all. It's more closely related to scorpions and spiders, and its body plan has been essentially unchanged for 450 million years. Every spring along the U.S. Atlantic coast, millions of them crawl out of the surf to spawn, a behavior so ancient it predates the Atlantic Ocean itself. Their blood is bright blue, and it clots instantly on contact with bacterial toxins, a property so valuable that the pharmaceutical industry uses it to test the safety of every injectable drug and vaccine made in the United States. A living fossil that's quietly keeping humans alive. But number 8 is stranger still, because it represents a body plan so ancient that jaws hadn't even been invented yet. Think of a shark, one of nature's most perfectly engineered predators, then remove the jaw entirely. Lampreys belong to a group called agnathans, jawless fish, and their body plan appeared around 360 million years ago, predating jaws as a biological concept entirely. A single leech can consume several times its own body weight in blood. Scientists have discovered lampreys can partially regenerate their own spinal cord after injury, making this 360 million-year-old creature one of the most studied animals in neuroscience right now. But number 7 was hiding in plain sight for millions of years. Take the horseshoe crab. It's been crawling our seafloors unchanged for 450 million years. The coelacanth itself has barely changed since dinosaurs roamed the earth. It glides through the deep like a shark, slow and deliberate. Like a shark detecting prey, it senses the world through electric fields. A ghost from the Cretaceous with a 3-year pregnancy. But number 6 has been around even longer, and it's now going extinct over something humans put on a cracker. The sturgeon is armored, enormous, and virtually unchanged in 200 million years. Some individuals live past 100, and they still wear rows of bony plates called scutes that their Triassic ancestors carried. The beluga sturgeon, the largest freshwater fish in the world, can reach 24 feet long and weigh more than a car, and a single female carries up to 7 million eggs. Those eggs are beluga caviar, the most expensive food by weight on the planet, which means a 200 million-year-old design is now critically endangered largely because of a garnish. A Triassic giant being eaten into extinction. But number 5 has survived far worse, including direct asteroid fallout and the complete rearrangement of the planet's continents. And it's still the apex predator of every river it enters. The saltwater crocodile's lineage stretches back 95 million years, and paleontologists sometimes call living crocodilians archosaurs, the same ancient group that includes the dinosaurs themselves. It produces the strongest bite force ever measured in a living animal, 3,700 pounds per square inch, the equivalent of parking a full-size pickup truck on a single square inch of your hand. What most people don't know is that crocodiles are remarkably attentive parents. Mothers carry hatchlings to water in their jaws and guard them for up to 2 years, a nurturing behavior their dinosaur-era relatives already practiced. They can also slow their metabolism so dramatically they go over a year without eating, a survival trick that's kept this design alive through 2 separate mass extinctions. But nothing prepares you for number 4, a shark that almost never sees sunlight. The goblin shark is so rarely encountered that most people assume it's a hoax. It lives between 900 and 4,300 feet below the surface, and fewer than 50 have ever been documented alive. Like a viper striking, it ambushes prey with a sudden, lunging snap. Like a shark, it rules the darkness of the deep ocean. But number 3 is a reptile so ancient it outlived the dinosaurs. The tuatara of New Zealand is not a lizard. It's the sole surviving member of an entire reptile order, Rhynchocephalia, which was hugely diverse 200 million years ago and has since narrowed down to just this one species. That third eye on its forehead, the parietal eye, has a lens, a retina, and direct nerve connections to the brain. Scientists believe it detects light cycles and UV exposure, though it gets covered by scales within a few months of hatching. Like a shark, it replaces lost teeth throughout its entire life. And some tuatara have been confirmed living well past 100 years old. 3 eyes, a saw jaw, and a century-long lifespan. But number 2 has been here since before the Tuatara's entire order even existed, and it's probably sitting in a muddy river near you right now with its mouth wide open. The alligator snapping turtle looks like someone built a tank out of a dinosaur, because in a sense, that's almost exactly what happened. Its lineage traces back roughly 215 million years deep into the Triassic. It sits perfectly motionless on the riverbed, mouth wide open, wiggling a pink, worm-shaped lure on its tongue. Fish swim straight in, and it snaps its jaw shut in around 50 milliseconds, one of the fastest bites of any animal alive. The largest recorded individual weighed 249 pounds, bigger than most adult men, and their bite exerts over 1,000 pounds of force, enough to cleanly sever a finger. They stay submerged for up to 50 minutes at a stretch. Some confirmed individuals are over 70 years old, and scientists estimate the upper lifespan limit may be closer to 200. A 215-million-year-old ambush predator with a built-in fishing lure. But we've saved the most extraordinary for last, because number 1 doesn't just survive time. NASA sent it into the vacuum of open space and brought it back alive. The tardigrade, nicknamed the water bear, is 0.5 millimeter long and the most indestructible animal ever discovered on Earth. Its lineage dates back at least 500 million years, and it has survived all 5 of Earth's mass extinctions, including the one that killed 96% of all marine species, without meaningfully changing its body plan. A grizzly bear, for instance, can survive months without food or water.